know who it is. Sister Breeze, Kawah, whatever you want to call me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with Brother Yaki. And we awakened right now. Yeah, I'm talking about all the way. Charged up, real alkaline. We in Naturally Herbs in Richmond, California. And really, I just want this brother to tell y'all about himself, what he does, why he does it, how he began. And that's where we're going to start at. Alright, y'all. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying, we here with Yaki Awaken, you know what I'm talking about. We are very much present in the moment, in the Ruach, you know what I'm saying. I want to hear what this brother got to say, y'all, because this is a gift. We in the present. Y'all are, y'all are live. So, yeah. But I just want to hear, you feel me, what made you tap into herbs? You know what I'm saying? Like, what caused you to this?
Well, I had diabetes, I had high blood pressure, libido, I was alcoholic, I had a lot of fats on my liver, had kidney stones, kidney failure, and I was addicted to cocaine. So I had a whole lot of diseases going on. And one day I had went to the doctor because I thought I was having a heart attack. Because I used to smoke like a pack of cigarettes a day. I used to drink a whole fifth of 1738 Remy Martin within 2 days. And then I was snorting cocaine. So one day I was having a heart attack, and I drove to the emergency room, and she was telling me that I had scar tissue on my heart and my liver, and my kidneys was basically failing. And she was like, if you don't change your lifestyle, you're gonna die. I'm surprised you're not dead already, basically is what she told me. So I don't know why, but this particular time it just scared me. It scared the hell out of me. So I ended up going back home. I had an 8-ball left. I threw the 8-ball of cocaine away. Had all liquor and stuff, I threw that away. I mean, I got rid of my cigarettes. I went cold turkey. And I felt like I was dying that night. I did. But
like the withdrawals?
No, it wasn't for the withdrawals. It was from the cocaine and the cigarette smoking. I was dehydrated. I didn't drink water. I was drinking a lot of alcohol and stuff like that. And it just got to me. My arteries was getting hardened and everything. So at this time, I ain't know nothing about healing. So I didn't know the details and the particulars that I know now. But I knew enough to know that if I don't get to the hospital, I might die.
So you was like sad in this point in time in your life or something? Like, what was making you like?
I was fresh out of prison. Not only was I fresh from jail, I had lost a lot of my homeboys. I was just, I mean, I would blame it on my childhood, but I mean, I just had a rough upbringing for real, you know. I just had a rough upbringing, seen death at an early age, and just was in the streets and, you know, doing my thing at that point, which I thought was a good thing, but I didn't know that I was messed up or I had demons on me until I started detoxing. Once I started cleansing myself, that's when I really had my spiritual awakening, because I started noticing the more I cleansed and the more that I eliminated and the more I threw up and the more that I urinated, is the more that my mental state became more clear. So that's when I really started tapping into the spiritual realm. Don't get me wrong, though, I used to see spirits and all of that, but I didn't know all of that. I didn't know all of that was my purpose till now. Because like when I was little, I used to have to go to a psychiatrist. My mama had me on a little messed up medicines for my head because I used to say I seen things all the time. So they just thought I was crazy and, you know, I was lying, but turns out, I mean, it was actually real. So now all these gifts, they never left, but I use them to do what I'm doing now. Yeah, but man, I was messed up. I guess I was running from myself, and I almost killed myself. So I went to the doctor, the ER that day. They told me I need to stop or I was gonna die. They gave me some medicine. I was on high blood pressure because I had high blood pressure since I was 16. I was just real jacked up and my kidneys was messed up. So I ended up going home crying, thinking like, dang, I was scared to go to sleep that night because I thought I was gonna die because my heart was hurting. And they did the EKG and all of that. They seen stress levels on my heart, but she was like, I didn't have insurance at the time, and I kept going back and back because I kept doing drugs. It seemed like every time I get high, I felt like I was having a heart attack, so I went to the ER. So they ain't even keep me. So I went home. I don't know. It was something about that day that just scared me. I threw away everything, and I was on YouTube. Someone just told me to get on YouTube. So I'm on YouTube, and I was watching Dr. Lilela Africa and Dr. Amos Wilson. And as I'm watching them, this white man came on. It was a white man with a juicer. I'll never forget it. And he was just saying how he healed himself from all these different diseases. Heart disease was one of them. That's what I had going on. And then I really couldn't listen to him because how he was talking. I couldn't relate. I'm a thug dude, fresh off the street, fresh off drugs, out of prison. So when that went off, Dr. Sebi popped up, and that's what changed my life. It was a video of Dr. Sebi, and when I seen a black man talking about how he healed HIV, herpes, and all this and all of that, it just had me stuck. So I started watching him. Like, I mean, I was addicted to him. I started watching him so much, I knew his wife's name, I knew his children's name, I knew his daughter's name, I knew everybody's name. So once I really started watching him and getting into it, I started studying herbs. So at first I used to study only the herbs he recommended, but then once I started growing in consciousness and stuff like that, I'm like, well, I need to get these herbs for myself. So I ended up finding his wife, my eye, and I was calling to the fig tree over there in New York. Because at first, because he did a video, he was like, I'm not the healer, it's my wife. My wife been healing everybody. So I'm like, hold on, I don't need to talk to you then. I want to talk to the source.
Yeah.
So, man, I was blowing my eye up. She wouldn't talk to me though. She wouldn't mess with me. She was telling me I had to buy a consultation, and I had to pay money for, each month for the herbs and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, look, can you just show me some herbs? And then she named a few herbs, and I got them, and then I started doing a lot of studying on my own, and I literally put my own herbal package together from all the books and just all the studying and stuff I did. And I went on a fast, and I literally started healing myself. And I remember I went to the doctor. I didn't have high blood pressure no more. I did, like 2 months later, I didn't have diabetes. And like everything else started coming back. Because I used to do so many drugs, I couldn't even get up. Like that's how much drugs and alcohol and stuff was in my system. So I started going through the same thing, and the same story that Dr. Sebi used to tell about how he healed himself and the reactions, the same reactions happened to me. So I ended up completely healing myself probably like 2 years later. I was completely healed. At that time, I'm 5'6", I'm short. I was 210 pounds, so I was fat. I got the picture, it'll blow your mind. And I was pooping out mucinoid plaque, worms, tapeworms this big. I was pooping out some stuff.
So how long did you fast in order to see all that?
So basically my fast was like, I say my fast is probably like 3 months, but I was cleansing for like 2-3 years. So, and that's what I want to say too. Even though I did a fast and that got rid of everything, I still was having symptoms and all of that after the fact. So it's good to cleanse for about good 3 years if you want to get everything out. For real. I mean, you think about it. You spend your whole life putting all these cytotoxins and all these pharmaceutical medicines and chemicals and water. And just all the pesticides, the herbicides, the insecticides, all this stuff in your body since you yay high, then you get older, and then you finally want to change your life around because you're in a life-threatening situation and you think that that's going to take 2 weeks. But how many years you put in to get your body to this acidic nature is in, is kind of like the same it's going to take to get everything out.
Right.
Without killing yourself, because you can detox people too fast. And I didn't see that happen a whole lot of times. So I say altogether it took me like 3 years to actually get my body to the state where I can go and get a CBC or get a renal panel, metabolic panel done from the doctor's office and look at it and can tell that I don't have no disease at all. Before that, man, I was jacked up.
Yeah.
Seriously, for real. Yep, so I healed myself, ended up healing myself. After I healed myself, I was trying to heal my grandma because my grandma had kidney failure. She ended up dying from it. Cause she, you know, some people just be stuck in their ways.
That's very frustrating to know how to get rid of something, but then and then you don't want to push it. Yeah. But then it's like I want to push it, and then I'm going to your doctor's appointments, and the doctor is telling you to eat everything against what you need. I went inside
the room with her, the doctor's office room, and to tell her, I'm like, Grandma, I can heal you. She had a Pepsi in her hand, and she's dying of kidney failure. So man, but.
It'd be like my granny right now. She got cancer, and I'm up in here, and I'm learning about all the boo-wop. So these diseases don't scare me no more. Yeah. I get excited because I'm like, all right, well, what we gonna do? You feel me? We got this and this and this. So she ain't really want to like hear what I gotta say, but I got her on the CMOS. She drank some sour side, but then she did that. She went inside the.
She did the radiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that's what. And like cancer is not really killing people, it's actually the chemotherapy treatment. They go to the doctors, and they go to the doctors from their body trying to heal itself, so they give them the symptoms, and what the doctors have learned is to give symptoms names and call them diseases, and then they give you a suppressive therapy to suppress the symptoms. And all you're doing is stopping the body's channels of elimination, you blocking them. So all of that acidic acid that's been trying to come out, whether it be by the skin, the eyes, the vagina, from discharge, the breast, kidneys, kidney can, wherever it's trying to eliminate. When they suppress that, it goes back in the body and then it crystallizes. Now once it crystallizes, that's where you get all your gout, your inflammation, your rheumatoid arthritis, and then if it get too chronic, then these things turn into different stuff, and then your last stage is cancer. After cancer, everybody's last stage is AIDS, and that's when the immunological system completely shut itself down, and then you basically drown and die off your own mucus. That's all it is.
So why can't I say cure? Because they got the patent for that?
Yeah, because they got the patent for it. But if you create your own private, like what we do, we move and operate under a private entity. So anybody that shop with us, anybody that get any type of herbal therapy, or anybody that get anything from us, we can say cure, because we're not moving in the world of them. So with all of our clients, they have to sign ledgers, they got to sign contracts and everything, and then whatever we discuss is between us. But according to them, they created the word cure, and they're literally saying that they only can own that patent. And if you look at how they call the word cure, they think cure is remission. If you actually do study on cancer, they say if they give you chemotherapy and they get all of the damaged cells out of your body by burning them along with the good cells, by the way, they say if you go 5 years without reoccurring cancer, that's the cure, which is remission. There's no such thing as that, though. So, but I mean, if you want to keep it 100, this is what actually cures people, or heal, whichever word we want to call it.
So but they be buzzing you though.
Yeah, I mean, they shut down my website. They withhold thousands of dollars from me. They tried to sue me and said that I was selling pseudo pharmaceuticals, and I mean, the government been on me for a while. But once I learned the lingo, I realized that okay, I can say cure in certain instances, but I can't put cure right here. I can put cure right here, but I can't use it in the same sentence that I'm diagnosing somebody. So if you learn the legalese of how they're getting people and locking people up, you actually can say cure. You just can't put it in the same sentence as you diagnosing somebody. So, but who want to use their words anyway, right? Yeah. It's all fumble, jumble, mumble anyway.
It really is English. Terrible.
Yes. Yeah.
Unfunctionable.
It's made to trap your soul. Straight up. Yeah. But yeah.
All right. Well, shoot. You got this documentary coming out. You know what I'm saying?
So it's called The Manifestation, Gods in the Flesh.
Yep, boom.
And basically what that is just showing how I grew up rough, came through my gangbanging thug life, got locked up, I was on all the drugs, and how I healed myself, and where I'm at now, where I'm a totally different person. I'm a priest, I'm of the Most High Yah, I'm righteous, I keep the commandments, and we're truly healing people of disease. We're not treating disease, we're not playing with herbs and don't know what we're doing. We're literally taking people that have HIV, AIDS, sickle cell anemia, herpes, leukemia, STDs, people that's paralyzed, psoriasis, and we healing them fully. Where they go back to the doctor, the same doctor that diagnosed them, they don't have it no more. We getting people up out of wheelchairs. We getting people that's bonded up and that's have certain type of Down syndromes. They don't have it no more. It's ladies that's been bound to her wheelchair for 40 years that's walking now. So that's what we doing, and we doing this all with Yahweh herbs. Yeah. So that's what the whole documentary is just showing that once you truly take the blinders off and you truly unlock the key to your mind, that you can tap into something that you don't have to learn from the so-called white man or from their school of knowledge that can actually help heal your people. And that's what we've been doing. We've been healing our people, getting our people out of mental prisons, and a lot of our people are imprisoned by their own body too. Yeah. I mean, think about a person that can't walk. Yeah. That's a prison. Or somebody that's bound up because they got so much calcification and they can't move. That's prison. Somebody that can't even get up and walk because their knees is full of arthritis. That's a prison. So yeah, we've been freeing the people mentally, spiritually, and physically. Yeah. So that's the documentary though, just showing how we do have the ability to do that if we truly yearn for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's the most difficult part about expressing to somebody about like how to heal? Like, cause the Negro or the Hebrew, the Igbo, the African American, we stiff neck.
Yeah, hard headed.
So like, what's the most problematic, or like what's the worst, like what's our biggest issue as a people, like when it comes to like on the path to healing ourselves or tapping into our inner God, or like, you feel me, just like on the journey of truly like aligning yourself and awakening, like for real, like what's the biggest stumbling block?
The biggest stumbling block is everything that they preconceive and everything that they done downloaded and done retain all throughout their life up until they meet somebody like me. Because that's the first thing they go back. They go back to their personality and the things they learned, and they don't understand that they are the very thing or who they claim they are is off of programs that's been built by Babylon and by this American structure. So that's the hard thing, is peeling back the layers and letting them know you've been taught wrong. No, that's a lie. Well, I looked this up on Google. Well, that's a lie. Well, this was on the back of this herb thing. Well, that's a lie. And it's just, and because we come from a place of clinical trials and study. Don't get me wrong, I got a whole lot of different master herbalist certificates and Reiki healing certificates.
How you go about doing that?
So, and this is what I want to explain. I did all of that for years. I got walls full of plaques, whether it's detoxification, dietitian, I mean, whatever you want, we got the plaques that show it. But I didn't learn nothing from none of that. What I did was learn the lies by being in them, and then literally being in my own clinical trials and messing up. And that's how I learned what this do. Okay, this herb do this because I did it myself. I worked on this person and this cured her cancer. You know, not this, or the way I put together this formula, this worked. Not what the book told me, but this worked. And it's just everything that we've been taught. Like, I thought that the immune system, that white blood cells were good. But now studying and realizing what's happening to people with leukemia, the white blood cells are dead corpuscles. That's actually bad for the body. That's why when the body goes into disease, the white blood corpuscles, dead corpuscles actually raise when you look at the CBC chart. So it's a lot of things that you're going to have to learn when you get your feet out there and you're not listening to everybody else regurgitate what somebody regurgitated from them. So that's the hard part with people. It's just, you know, they coming from a place where they learned this and not done it themselves. And I'm coming from a place where I done it myself and learned the lies. So our perspectives is going to always be different. And we have the healing cases, and it's a lot of people that don't. So it's like, how can you base everything that you've been taught and say that that's true and everything I'm saying is a lie when I have all the documentations and all the healing testimonies showing that we're healing all these diseases that they say is incurable.
Right.
So the whole thing is just pulling off that Babylonian concept and construct that our people have been endowed in. And then what's crazy is we say we woke, but it seems like the more woke our people say they get, the more in the sunken place they get.
Yeah, waking up to something different.
Yeah.
The house of town, like, or the enemy or whatever you want to call him, he or it already knows it, like, it's time for the awakening.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna put all
deception.
Yeah, we're waking up to different, all kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
instead of searching, we do a lot of research.
Yeah, like exactly. I want to dap y'all.
Yes,
that was deep. Instead of searching, we're doing a lot of researching. And researching is not getting us nowhere. And that's what I realized. I'm like, because my whole thing, I used to sit up and like, how can I break the bar, Yahweh? Like, Yahweh, how can I really be a true healer? And this is exactly what he told me. He said, it's not from the books, it's what I'm going to give to you. So I started cleansing and fasting. And once I started unlocking my DNA, that's when things started coming into me that I remembered. And I'm like, where did this come from? Like, how was this even in me? And it just show you that we really was here and chosen before the foundation of the world, because all of my formulas and most of the knowledge that I'm bringing out that don't nobody talk about, that's what it come from. It come from me literally digging deep within my DNA and then acting it out to see if it work or not. And Yahweh he ain't stored me wrong yet. So
like, okay, so when you say that, that's deep. We ain't gonna just go past that. So that's kind of like how he said, I knew you before you was formed in the womb.
Yeah, what he told Jeremiah the prophet.
Yeah.
Or what he told David in the book of Psalms, the book of Telahim. He said he formed him in his mother's secret parts and he anointed him then. Yeah, I mean, if you actually look, we was chosen before the foundation of the world. The scriptures talk about us being preordained and predestined. So a lot of people think my body is 32 years old, but my soul has been here forever. My spirit has been here forever. So a lot of people want to base their spirit and their soul off of their body. How can you base the avatar off of who's driving it? You know, it just don't make sense. So yeah, we most definitely been here since the foundation of the world. We was always in thought and always in his mind. So if we was in thought and in his mind, I mean, we always existed. Because you can't think about nothing that don't exist. And we have to put it out there that the mind creates the body does not create the mind. So if the mind created my body and my body is here, then that means my mind must have been here to manifest my body, for I can experience the reality that I created. Yeah. So yeah, makes sense.
It's going good?
It's good. No, you good.
Let's see what's going on over here. See, we might have some wood wops. Oh, y'all crazy. You think play internet love to play game when you doing something good. Golly moly. Not for real. You about to hear Heard me? Yeah. Cause I be saying it in my head sometimes, but I gotta speak it with my mouth.
You have to.
Feel
The
me?
Bible says proclaiming the word of Yahweh.
Huh?
It's proclaiming. You have to. It's speech. That's what pastor means. To proclaim. You gotta talk it.
Okay, I didn't even know that's what pastor
If
meant.
you look up the word pastor and preacher, it's someone who proclaimed the word of Yahweh. And if you look at the word proclaim, it goes back into Amor and all of that. That means to speak. You have to speak it.
Okay, so beautiful segue. How you getting the truth on this level though? You feel me?
The
Because
same way, cleansing. So I always knew that I was Hebrew, but I grew
what
up,
you mean you always knew you was Hebrew?
So my uncle and them used to always tell me I was Hebrew, but I grew up Muslim, and then my mama was a Muslim, and then I didn't really know my father for real. I seen him probably a couple times throughout my life. I finally got close to him like for real, like a year or two ago. So I didn't know him, and then my grandma was a Christian, and she went to a non-denomination church. So I was hearing all of them. I heard about Christ, the white Jesus. I heard about black Christ all my life. I heard about Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? I never really ate pork or none of that because my mama again was Muslim.
Yeah.
So it was after I got out of jail though. When I was locked up, I was doing a lot of reading. My mama had ordered me a Bible, a preacher's Bible, where they had all the commentaries and all of that. So in there, that's when I started learning my Hebrew. Because I had a lot of time to waste. I thought I was going to do like 43 years. Yeah, they was trying to get me that's trying to railroad me. So while I'm in there, my mama ordered me a Bible, and I'm reading the Bible and everything that my uncles have been telling me
What
before.
you do?
I had got locked up for robbing, shooting, and all types of
43 years though. That's
it hurt me. They told me that I about died. All that gangster stuff left that day. I'm like 43 years. I'm like, man. And then turned out that the person that called my mama, the dude I grew up with, my best friend, that was the only state evidence they had against me. Yep. Yep, straight turned against me. I was in a cell with him for almost a whole year.
No, you wasn't.
Yep, did not know he was telling the whole time. It's something when you go to
Well,
court.
what you mean?
It's called a motion of discovery. I didn't know he was telling on me till I went to court, and the state of Missouri presented the evidence that they had against me. And that's when I realized, like, dang, it's him. Yep. But I went through that for a reason, though. Because if it wasn't for jail, I wouldn't know the truth. I wouldn't truly know who I was, and who the real Jews, real Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, but that's what he kept saying, though. He's like, you a black Jew. You a black Jew. You a true Jew. You going to be somebody. You going to make a difference. I was just like, all right. At this time, this is before I even got locked up, though. I'm out shooting people and robbing and selling drugs. I'm like, I know exactly how my end going to go. You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy, when I got locked up and they tried to give me that time, I wasn't ready. In my head, while I was in the streets, I thought I was ready to take whatever. You know, I'm ready to die. I do life before this, before that. You know what I'm saying? When they gave me that time, I regretted everything I did from day one after I heard.
It real.
Man, that was one of the realest moments in my life. And me, I never get stressed out. I'm not the person that like a boil over. Like I'm good with handling pressure. I just always been built that way. But the one day of my life where I couldn't handle it was when they told me 43 years. I ain't never felt like that in my life. And at this time I had my son and my daughter. So man, just seeing my son come up and have to put his hand on the glass, they used to eat me up. But by the grace of God, he let me out. And what's crazy is that Bible that I told you my mama gave me. Yeah, so I told you I got gifts. And I used to see a lot of spirits when I was little. So I literally prophesied the day that I was going to get out, and I wrote it down. I wrote it down in my Bible, and that's the day I got released. No bull.
I believe.
No bull. I still got the Bible. I still got that Bible. I never.
But you had a dream or something?
No, it just came. It just came to me. So I always been into like meditation and deep breathing and stuff like that. But one day it just came to me. It just came to me. I never been a dreamer. I always been a daydreamer, or what we call visions.
Yeah.
And see stuff like that. But yep, the date that I wrote down was the date that I got out. But I say the date is the day that I got out of jail. After that, I had to go to jail for warrants and stuff. And that's crazy. Yeah, you locked up that long, and you still, when you get out, any traffic warrants, they like, nah. So even though you getting out of here, you still gotta go to Florissant because you had a ticket from 4 years ago. So I had to leave from jail to go to jail. It was the craziest thing ever. But the day I wrote down is the day I actually got out of jail, though. So.
From the 43 year sentence.
Yep. Well, so they ain't sentenced me that. They kept that sentence for probably like 4 months. Then after that, they dropped down 20 years and offered me 25. Then after that, it took them like another 4 months. And it just seemed like it kept dropping and dropping because they didn't have no evidence on me. Only evidence they had on me was was his word. And then later on in the game, the dude did point me out. But he ended up changing up his statement too. Man, him cool to this day.
Yeah.
The dude and that's another weird thing too. The dude that I actually robbed and did all that harm too, he called my mama now. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank God he changed his heart because if it wasn't for him, I'd still be like, I wouldn't be doing none of this.
Yeah.
For real. But yep.
That's when you tried to pay back and he was like, I see you out here doing good.
Yeah. How you know this?
I be watching your videos, bro.
Yeah. Dang, I already told the story already. Yeah.
No, not all like this. However, that part.
End up paying him, and man, him got close. Know his daughter. You know my children. Like we end up getting real close through that. You know what I'm saying? But I just thank God that he had a listening ear and he had a forgiving heart because I mean I did him dirty. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know him from a can of paint. I did him like that and took his stuff. I broke every commandment by doing what I did. I'm literally supposed to be paying for that right now, but I guess the Most High had something different in store for me. Because now I realize, you go from taking lives to actually saving lives, which is what we're doing now. So, yeah, all praise. Baruch Hashem Yahweh for that.
Yeah, and you did though. You did go through it because you thought you was finna get 43. It was kind of like when
43 or 7.
Yep. Like when Abraham and Isaac went up to the Woo-Wop, you know what I'm saying? And he was finna
he's finna sacrifice him.
He was finna, and then I was reading in the book of Yashar, he was like, Angel of Mercy was like, hold up.
Yeah, they gave him a lamb.
Yeah.
Isaac was down. He was like, come on, Pop, let's
and that's
do
the part where I was freaking out because I was like, I didn't read that book at first. So I'm thinking like, if it was me, Dad, you ain't finna tie me up.
But when you believe,
for real,
when you believe though,
yeah,
believe, and that's the whole thing. Go back to that first question: how do people react when you try to come to them with this new system of belief? Some beliefs can be endowed in you so much that like literally in their heads, like the Muslims think that if they kill themselves, they're going to go to heaven to get 13 virgins. They believe that so hard that they will walk up to you with a bomb and blow themselves up.
Where they get that from?
They get that from the Quran.
It say that.
It actually say that.
But don't it say like the Israelites are the people in the Quran?
It do tell them that too.
So why wouldn't?
Again, belief systems. So that means there must be some people outside of that source talk. The same thing that you see teachers doing now with the Bible.
Yeah.
They teach little bits and pieces of the Bible, but then they put their own spin on it, and that builds and make people personality.
Yeah, I ain't never understood how we got the book of Deuteronomy, and it's talking about this Christmas tree, and then I go in the sanctuary, and I see this Christmas tree.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Jeremiah chapter 10.
Yeah. Pastor, I know you done read Jeremiah chapter 10.
But, I mean, did they read it with different lens? I'm telling you, it's all about perception. Your perception is everything. The way you view reality is everything. Because it's all based off of reprogramming constructs that program your subconscious mind. A lot of people don't even realize who they are. You are who your subconscious mind is. The things you say. You don't purposely say the things you say. That's things that you are repeating that's on relapse inside of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind, you don't even know what it's doing right now. Right now, we're in the conscious realm. Yeah. But your subconscious mind is what's breeding this thing out. So in order to truly heal your body of sickness or to truly change your mindset, you have to reprogram the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the soul. The conscious mind is what makes up the ego or the personality. See, the Most High is going to judge your subconscious mind. Them are your true thoughts. That's what he's talking about in the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 9, that the heart is desperately wicked above all things. Who can know it? You don't even truly know it.
Yeah.
You see, and that's why we have to reprogram that. And these are just habits. And you know what you do, like your subconscious mind is how you can get inside of your car and you can do everything else while you driving and not pay attention to driving, but still make it to your destination. Because that's not your conscious mind driving, that's your subconscious mind operating the vehicle. You using your conscious mind to text while you driving, you use your conscious mind to eat and drink, to yell at the children in the back, or to roll down the window. You're doing everything with your conscious, so who's driving the vehicle? Your soul is. That's the subconscious. And that's what's on repeat. You skating, you riding a bike, all of that is subconscious. It's so deep within you that you don't have to be conscious or aware when you're doing it. And that's what's getting judged.
And that's what's getting judged.
And that's the key to healing too. And that's why when we healing, that's why we had to create the facility for healing, for we can reprogram that mind. Let's take you away from your diet. That diet is subconscious. A lot of people wondering why they can't change their diet. It's because your subconscious mind is addicted to the diet, not your conscious mind. Consciously, you don't want it. You know it's killing you. That's why you say, I'm trying. It's hard. That's the conscious saying that. The subconscious mind is saying, look, I want that. That's what I want to eat. So that's what we're going to eat. So your conscious and your subconscious is constantly battling.
Flesh and spirit.
Yeah, flesh and spirit. You battling every day. That food looks super good. That's the subconscious. It want it. The conscious like, no, I don't want it. Then you look up, you eating the very thing that you know that's killing your body. You're not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
You're programmed to do that. And that's the problem we be having with Hebrews. They're bringing their Hebrew. It's like Hebrew Christianity now. They still bringing all the subconscious teachings from the pastor and from the church into this new walk, but they're subconsciously doing it. So consciously, they're not aware that they're doing it. And that's why so many messed up things inside this walk and so many different teachings and all of that. And that's why a lot of people are not healing. Subconscious. So that's what we be trying to tap into. When you do that, just by reprogramming. And it takes 7 years from 1 to 7 is when you build your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is what birthed your personality. So everything you believe in today is built and predicated upon certain fragments of who you were between 1 and 7.
So it's really important they take care of the children.
Between 1 and 7, really that is and inside the womb, because the womb is very intellectual. The baby is already self-aware when he's inside the womb or when she's inside the womb. That's why anything that the mother intake in her environment, this environment actually goes into the biological functions of the child. And for instance, if a mother that do crack, they have a term called crack babies. Yeah. Did the baby do the crack?
No.
The mother did.
So the environment.
But the environment changes the biological structure of the child. Yeah. So babies are self-aware when they in the womb. That's why they recommend you read to the babies while in their womb. You do massages, or they recommend the father speak for at least 30 minutes a day. That way when the baby come out, the baby can know the father's voice, showing you that that's an intelligent entity. While he's an embryo, he don't even have to be at a fetus stage nor a baby, because that's just the vehicle. What's the real entity inside the baby? The soul, the spirit. Yeah. And that's forever. That has no beginning nor no end. It's a part of Yahweh. Yahweh have no beginning or an end. And he birthed us through his speech, through his thought, through his word. So we are Elohim. We are part of Elohim. I mean, a lot of people don't want to hear that.
I know, it took me a while to
but Psalms
really wrap my
82:6
head around it.
Did I say that ye are gods?
Yeah.
You would die like man and fall like the princes. John 10:34. Isn't it written that I said ye were gods? And all of that all of that have to do with our carbon, our hydrogen, and oxygen, our melanin.
I believe that.
Yeah, that's means.
However, it took like a while, because I'm sitting here watching Prince of Egypt, you feel me? And then here go Pharaoh talking about he God. Yeah. So like that was the doctrine that, you feel me? And then I said these brothers walking around here with their unks or with their woo-wop, and they talking about their gods.
And they don't even understand. A lot of that stuff come from us. Abraham taught them all of that when he went to Egypt. A lot of people don't understand that either. Abraham created many different temples called the Order of Melchizedek. Yeah. Or what they call Melchizedek, which is the wrong Hebrew terminology. But Melchizedek is a cosmic mystery school that happens in the cosmos. And what happens is it was taught from God and from Christ to Abraham, and Abraham went and taught different nations of people that to try to civilize them. They took his information and then they made their own twist in religions off of them. That's why if you go anywhere on planet Earth, there's a great flood. You go anywhere on planet Earth, there's a God, there's a devil. You go anywhere on Earth, there's a heaven and there's a hell. So how do we have this same commonality in everything? Because it's all come from one source, and that is the Melchizedek teacher, which was Shem, which is Abraham, Yishkak, Jacob, Yahki, all of them taught this thing because they were Melchizedek priests, and it all started from Adam. So yeah, that's why you hear about that everywhere. And then like if you look, everybody think that they worshiping other gods, which they are, but they really worshiping human beings. Like if you look at the people with the elephant or with the horns, that's the hypothalamus gland. If you look at Patu in the Egyptian literature, that represents the pituitary gland and the stem of the vertebrae. I mean, the snake represents the intestinal wall, and the snake in the garden, and she ate from the wrong tree. What did she eat? She ate bad food. We still having that same garden like mindset or the fall of man now, because we fighting against the beast or the snake that's in our bellies trying to get us to eat from the wrong tree.
Y'all got to do a part 2 to that in the garden.
That was deep stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a part 2 to the function of the woman.
Yeah.
Y'all got to do a lot of part 2.
Yeah, we do. We do.
For real.
I'm just so busy now with the healing, man. That healing is taking over. It's like it's blowing up right now. A lot of people are coming to us. I mean, thousands and thousands of people. So Yeah, we got the healing house going on right now.
So how do I get up in the house? What I gotta do? I know I said send an email.
So we got the new website that's gonna be launching next week. You'll just be able to go on the web. It's still www.yakieawaken.com. But when you go on there now, you just go to Detox Home and pay for it that way and get to me. But for now, you have to go to people. We got to put people out.
No.
People are going to stay with us.
I believe that.
Imagine you getting your spiritual feeding. You reprogramming your subconscious mind. You're not around any chemicals, no chemical waters, no chemical clothes, no chemical foods, no chemical pollution in the air. You healing. You getting massages, you taking herbs, and you eating alkaline foods. Everything is created for elimination. So imagine just getting rid of all them toxins that's been in your body your whole life. You thinking from a different perspective. You listening from a different perspective. You feel different. You don't feel like you no more. It's like you're being reborn again on a spiritual, mental, and physical level. And you're gonna associate that with being here with us. So people want to hold on to that. So they can be like, I don't want to go home. I want to keep feeling this way.
So what's up with the land?
So we getting land. I just talked to my business partner Kobe. We most definitely getting land. We just deciding whether we want to do it in Florida or in Atlanta. But we opening up a different herbal store and restaurant in Atlanta, so we might do it in the A. But Florida's where all your tropic fruits at though.
Yeah, all right.
I want to be in the tropics. Florida, like I travel and I eat at different places, and I'm a traveler. That's what I do. And what we've been seeing is the place where the land is more alkaline, that got more tropical fruits, is Florida. But the land in Arizona is more alkaline though. But if we wanted to put both of them together, it'd be Florida. So I kind of want to get the land in Florida, to be honest with you. But me and him gonna have to come up with that agreement. He thinking more Atlanta, so who knows? But Atlanta, only 4 or 5 hours apart.
That's what I'm saying. So if you were to go get the fruit, just drive down to the tropical.
You say stay in the A though, huh? But we had land in the A. For a minute we had land in the A. We was building huts and everything. We was gonna have a big old healing center out there. It's just everything fell through. So that's why we opened up the Detox Home. Yeah. Which is moving. I mean, it's booked up for months and months and months. So.
We need months and months and months.
Oh, it's booked up. That deal is booked. We get you in though. There's some rooms open. We most definitely get you.
Cause I'll bring a tent.
Yeah, I got a tent. Got to. I'll clear a room out for you. It's 5 rooms in the house. So 5 rooms. Yeah.
I seen the sauna. I seen the bowls. I seen the massage bed. I seen the eucalyptus.
It goes down up in there.
I seen the kitchen. I seen the bitters. I got a bitter tea over there that I don't even want to go talk about over there. So over there is for it's for the lungs. It got El Campaign, elderberry, elderflower. It got
I know y'all got some mullein in there.
Now we bring out a mullein.
Y'all need mullein, y'all need coltsfoot, y'all need licorice root. These are all your astringent for the lungs. To really pour. If you want to tug on them lungs, poke root, mullein leaf, licorice root, and coltsfoot. That's gonna pull and draw on the respiratory system.
Okay, hypothetical situation. We're gonna create a scenario. I know a person. That person is me, right?
I know a person. That person is me.
Look, in my lower back, right on the right side, it's a lot of pressure, right?
It's your kidneys. Wow. Yeah, it's your kidneys. Lower right side, most definitely your kidneys.
And I'm trying to stretch it, but it's my kidneys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you just need to get your kidneys filtered. Anytime black people say my lower back, a lot of them think it's their vertebrae and stuff like that, but 9 times out of 10, when we go get that blood work done and get that renal metabolic chart, it always go back to the kidney. And I don't know why, but a lot of us got weak, degenerative right kidneys than left kidney. So it's most likely your kidney. So what you should do is you should go get a metabolic renal panel done. That way we can look at your sodium intake, your enzymes, your Bunge numbers, your GFRIs, and all of that. And I can tell you what to do to get it back. But that's what we need. That's the key to healing, getting them kidneys filtered. Okay. That's why I push the fruits so hard. You see how hard I be pushing them fruits? Yeah. Because the fruits is what's going to really aid and astringe the kidneys to get your lymphatic system moving. If you cannot cleanse the lymphatic system, you can't heal nothing. Once you learn how to really control the great lymphatic system, I don't care what disease it is, you can heal it. And that's why we able to get rid of HIV, AIDS, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, herpes. We done healed hundreds and hundreds of people with herpes in St. Louis alone. So, yeah, kidney filtration, and lymphatic moving is what's gonna heal any disease, because that's the sewage system that deals with all the metabolic waste and cellular toxicity of the body. It's gonna be the lymphatic system. A lot of people want to cleanse blood, but you don't need to cleanse your blood. Your blood keep itself cleansed, because the moment it changes pH balance, you die. So the blood is gonna automatically cleanse itself. But guess what? It dumps all its bull crap into the lymphatic system.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to be cleansing and astringent. So
Okay.
So when you say I need to cleanse my lungs, you're not really cleansing your lungs. You're cleansing the mucosal membrane or the lymphatic system that surrounds the lung tissue. We're never really cleansing the organ. We're cleansing the mucus that's inside the organ.
Yeah.
Everything is a mucus cleanse. Everything. It's all cleansing out mucus, because all the drugs, all the paraphernalia, all the cytotoxins, all the broken down damaged cells, that goes inside the mucus. So if you cleanse the mucus, you cleanse all the rest of the bull crap out.
Yeah.
Seriously. And
do you think it's like a spiritual aspect to it too?
Of course. Every sickness is spiritual.
I believe that.
I mean, think about it. Your very emotions have a biological effect on your body. Period. Like for instance, for you to be able to feel emotions, you have to feel it through your glandular highway, whether it's from your hypothalamus gland, from your pituitary, the pineal on down, all the way to your ovaries. For instance, your ovaries and your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands is in control of all of your hormone steroids, like neuroepinephrine. That's what gets you happy. Adrenaline. That's what gets you in fight or flight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When your salt levels go up, that's what makes you angry. Like all of these are control what you call emotions or energy and motion.
Yeah.
All of that is chemical processes in the body. So whatever you feel is going to have a biological effect on your entity. Period.
Yeah.
So that's how disease manifests and start. Most people that go to the doctor is cool, and like what we realize is this: clinical studies. We got all the documentation. People be feeling like they're dying. I mean, like straight feeling like they're dying, where their body is releasing your body start literally releasing all of the adrenaline, right? The adrenochrome. And then they go to the doctor. The moment that they go in the doctor, from high blood pressure, they get checked and their blood pressure is completely gone. Showing you that by them feeling like they in a safe environment, it changes the biological structure of their body. Because at first they was dying, they was having a heart attack. But as soon as they get in the office where they feel like these lying doctors gonna save them, all of their vitals renormalize itself. So what changed that? That's the mental aspect. And that's why you go into India, they have something called medicineless hospitals, where they don't need none of that. If people heal, guess what they do? They drink water, put some sea moss in some water, probably do some ginseng, and they meditate. And they leave the hospital a month later with none of the disease that they walked in the hospital with. They didn't use herbs or none of that though. So showing you herbs is just an extra booster because of the electricity. But true healing starts in the mindset. You cannot heal if you don't even believe it. I'll give you as many herbs as you want. If you don't believe that it can be done, then it won't happen, because the mind has to be open to the body literally receiving the healing. Because all the herbs is going to do is plunge the body of all the cytotoxins that's been in it. What's going to repair the body is your mindset. That's what repairs cells. It's called cellular regeneration. This don't regenerate cells. The mind regenerates the cells. We're just cleansing the body, but when the mind is ready, that it have a space of interstitial fluid or safe space to actually regenerate itself. Yeah. So healing is all mind. Everything is mind. If it don't mind, it don't matter. Everything is mind. Everything. So yeah, you cannot heal without even believing that you can heal. It's literally called the biology of belief, epigenetics. One of the doctors, his name is Dr. Bruce Lipton. He talk about that a lot, and he show you how if you change your mindset, that you can change your biology. That's what happened, and that's how we became Hebrew Israelites. It was a mindset. When Abraham believed in God, and he crossed over the Euphrates rivers, he went from Abram to Abraham. Yeah. He went from Hebrew to Hebrew Israelite. So his biology, and then notice he made a covenant blood. He made a blood covenant with him. So his biology or his blood changed by his belief system, by believing and having faith in Yahweh.
Like when Most High went through the fire.
Yeah, and he walked between the pieces.
Yeah, but I just like how he put Abraham to sleep.
Yeah, but you realize that
he was coming with himself.
Yeah, he did the same thing with Adam though. He did the same thing. He put Adam to sleep and split the flesh and walked through the pieces and created Eve. Created his covenant. Yeah. So yeah, most same thing though. But notice what happens first though. It's a mental thing. You have to believe. Without the belief, there is no healing. Period. Because your mind set the tone for your body. Remember, the mind creates the body does not create the mind. So you can literally think something for so long that you buy into that reality. You make me sick, and then you get sick. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, for real. Like, you a pain in my ass. Now you got pain in your ass. I mean, that's some real stuff because the body is just a chemical reaction from your mind. That's all it is. And that's why you can tell people, look, the FBI do it. They can tell how you lying. They hook you up to one of them things. They can tell how you lying because your blood pressure go up.
Yeah.
Or they look at your eyes and your eyes move in a certain direction. Guess what they're checking? They're checking the chemical imbalances in your body to tell what's going on with your mind.
Yeah.
Showing you that the mind creates the body. It's all we think of, all energy and motion is chemical exchanges in the body. Straight up. And I can look at that and tell if you're angry a lot. All I have to do is check your liver level.
Yeah, you be saying you can look at somebody's eyes and tell what they say.
It's called iridology. I will give you one. I'll give you iridology reading, and I can because the eyes are the window to the soul. I can see all your bones. I can see where you had broken bones at, if you had anything. You can tell all from the irises in your tongue. And actually the bottom of your feet as well, and your teeth. All these things show signs of the inner you.
The crazy part
the body is holistic.
Yeah. A lot of people aren't good at eye contact. But I'm sitting here looking at, I like eye contact.
And you see me looking in your eyes. I have to do that. Yeah, so that's just how I go. So, I mean, it's like, we are gods. I don't know why we hide it. We is, you know what I'm saying? Who hide the fact that they gods? Who is scared to say that to people? Like, I'm a god.
How do you go about getting somebody to really, like, believe and understand that?
So,
in the aspect of, like, you know, we are made a little lesser than angels. Like, how you say that? Like,
so the best thing to do is to just talk about melanin and show them their carbon and show them the things that they can do that other races can't do. For instance, how I do it. The first thing I start off with hair. Notice that we're the only people on earth who hair that grows towards the sun.
Right.
Everybody else hair either don't grow or grow towards the ground. Then we're the only people that can sit inside the sun long enough, other than the Africans. Other than that, can't nobody else even sit inside of the sun, sit under the sun long enough without getting skin cancer or things like that. Yeah. Lights. Everybody, we the only people that do not get headlights. Every other race get headlights, like dogs. Like, we grow hair, they grow fur. They grow.
Okay, is it because they dang, what's it called? Dang, I learned it the other day. It's the word. Is that you, boss man?
Yeah.
What's the white people called again? Excuse me. Troglodyte.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. So, like, if you look at their cellular structure, right?
Yeah.
And you get into the cellular structure of a white man. Inside of our carbon, inside of our melanin matrix, we have something called selenium, right? If you look inside of theirs, literally look inside and do an extract on their cells, they have pneumonia. Like, everything about them is totally different from us. Yeah. Like, they're closer to dogs than human beings. They grow tails, they grow fur, they cross their legs, they pivot. If you notice how they eat, they're very addicted to blood and everything because they come from the caves. And where they come from is very nutrient deficient. They didn't
have people gonna be like, did she just say black rat? What? She just saying black rat.
Talking about bladder rack and her music. What's bladder? Let me look that up.
Thyroid, what's up?
Iodine.
For real.
Yeah.
I have a lot of music unreleased though.
I'm looking forward to the release. Talking to me. Cause I be writing.
Oh, me too.
I get in the booth, I be like,
I ain't even did that.
What you mean? Like,
I don't know, like, I be afraid of what's gonna come out.
oh.
No, you scared of yourself.
Yeah, well, doctor, look, at that point, like, that's why I said I need to get into a safe space, like my incense, you know what I'm saying, and just, like, sound ugly for a little bit, because I ain't been practicing.
Like you said, you need a release.
Yeah.
Yeah. She sounds, you should.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
I'll show you.
See this still going? Are we still going? Alright, yeah. Priesthood, cause that's serious. That's a whole different shift. Yeah, I'm talking about.
Straight up. It comes with so much responsibility too, it's crazy. We gotta make sure we saying the right things. Our decisions we make gotta be for our people. Like, being a priest comes with so much. Like, everything I do.
Peace, family. The camera died at that point. However, I hopped on Instagram Live and I filmed the rest of it. So the last 40 minutes of the interview is on Instagram Live. You can follow Yaki on YouTube. for more information and more videos about what he does at Yaki Awakened. You can also follow him on Instagram at Yaki_awakened_. And you can click the link in his bio, www.yakiawakened.com, for more information about how to get the herbs, how to get the healing, how to get into the healing home, and all those types of things. And if you want to watch the end of the video, make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Breeze on the Beat, and I will be able to tap you in. It's on my page. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all, and let's just continue to rise out of this system. This is episode 1 of Rooted in the Riches. Peace.